Yo, how long has it been since I filmed a video? I don't know. I don't even think I filmed one. We're in April now, and I don't think I filmed one in like 6 months. Okay, to be fair, I have filmed some videos, uploaded them, and privated them because I didn't like them anymore. So, today I'm going to be telling you about my shifting experiences because somebody asked. So, I'm also gonna be brushing my hair and eating noodles. So, the first time, okay, so the first one of the, I have actually one full story, and we'll get to that. So there was this one time where I was just walking in like this kind of like deserted area in a city, and there was like it was all brick buildings. It was like the middle of the night. I don't know why I was walking there, and I was walking home. Apparently, I lived on the either the 5th floor or the 3rd floor of this like apartment complex, and I remember I was gonna take the elevator, but I decided to take the stairs instead because I wasn't sure if I was dreaming or not. And those are my dogs. If I was dreaming, the elevators in my dreams are not to be trusted. So I was like, I'm not gonna chance it and find out if this is a dream or not. And so I took the stairs, and my apartment looked very interesting. I don't know if you've seen In the Dark. I think it's on Netflix. It's about this blind girl. Well, it's not about this blind girl, but it's like she's like one of the main characters. And my apartment looks like her apartment, which I don't remember when I created this this DR, but I remember I really enjoyed her apartment, and I wanted an apartment like that, right? I live here by myself, right? I walk in, I was like, dang, this looks familiar, right? Because it's that apartment. And I go to a mirror, and I was like, whoa, okay, hold on, I look different. Which is another, you see, I don't remember when I do remember, like, kind of mentally creating this space, but I don't remember why or when or where I was, like, universally. And so I had black hair and I think like blue eyes, like a medium to dark blue eyes. And I was like, okay, I don't really know what's going on here, but okay. And that's it. That's all I remember. I don't know if anything else happened, but like that's all I remember, right? Another time, actually, yeah, okay, so if you look back on my channel, there is like a script with me like writing a script, right? And that I went to that universe. I woke up in my bed. I still don't know if I was dreaming or not. You know, it didn't have like a different feel that I could like distinguish, like, oh, I am shifting or whatever. But I woke up in my bed. I was like getting ready for the day. I was like looking at myself in the mirror. I looked exactly how I thought it would look. My room looked exactly like I thought it would. I was like getting ready for the day, and I was sitting at my vanity, and I looked to my right. Yeah, my right. And straight across, okay, so my vanity's like, say my vanity's right here, right? Like it's facing this way. This is the mirror facing this way. Then like straight across, there's a door, and the door leads to a balcony. Okay? I look straight across, and I forgot what I said. But I said something like, hi, Stefan, or like, hello there, or like, I know you're there, something like that, right? And Stefan was watching me on my balcony, like, broodingly, like, he was not happy I was there. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. I don't know why he didn't like me. I don't know how he knows me, and that was it. That was all from that reality, right? Now let me tell you, there was this one time. Oh, it was actually a few days ago. I was at my best friend's house, and I was like uncomfortable because it was like I've never slept in that room, in that bed, and she has this massive annoying, I mean, she's not annoying, like annoying, she's just like wants attention all the time. That's her dog, right? And so I was like trying to sleep. I closed my eyes, and I had also like slept in that day, but she needed to go to sleep early, so she went to sleep already, and I was like falling asleep, like I need to fall asleep. And she went to sleep, right? So then I was like closing my eyes, and I started thinking about that script, and I was like, why didn't it work? You know, like what happened? Like what was that one little piece? Like what was with Stefan, right? So I was kind of thinking about like Mystic Falls and like shifting there, and it started like, it kind of played like a vision. Like I wasn't really in control. Hold on. Okay. I wasn't like explicitly in control of what was going on. And so I just kind of like popped into this reality or this existence, right? And I was like singing some like rhymey song that I've never heard before. It was like I was like singing it like from my memory or something. And I was like drawing, I guess. I don't remember what the front of the Salvatore boarding house looks like the very front, like if it's gravel or what, but it was like something that I could carve into. And I was carving like these 2 semicircles, and then I carved like 2 diagonal lines to make like a triangle, kind of, right? I walked to the end of this triangle, like the very point. I'm still singing this song, like under my breath, like da 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 da, something like that, right? And I have a cannonball in my head, like about that big, a cannonball, right? In my head, I kind of like pull back, and instead of falling backwards, there's like tension, like as if I'm like pulling on like a bungee cord or something, right? I pull back, and I let go, and this cannonball goes straight through that door, straight through the Salvatore boarding house door. And I was like, huh. Right? So I walk in, and Damon, Elena, Stefan, and I think maybe Caroline was there. I know there was one other person there, but I don't remember who it was. And Damon's like, what the heck? Like, why are you wrecking my house right now? And he also, none of them seem to like me. Stefan is pinned to the opposing wall, holding the cannonball. And I was like, oh, wow. I didn't think someone was going to catch it. Like, that's literally, like, I had, like, this happy, like, I don't know, like, the happy-go-lucky, silly, sarcastic type of mood, which I am like that sometimes. So, it's not that, like, weird. So, yeah, Damon's like, what the hell are you doing here? And I was like, I have a message I need you to deliver. And I'm like walking into their house like nobody's business. I go, like, I set up myself in front of them, but like diagonally, so I'm like facing the kitchen. And hold on. Okay. I'm gonna try and not edit this, but I might edit it if something's, anyways. So I'm facing the kitchen. I was like, I have a message that I need you to deliver. And Helena doesn't like me. Damon doesn't like me. Stefan looks upset. Like, I don't know what I did. I don't know who I am. I don't even remember the name. Actually, I don't think I ever caught my name. And so one of them was like, well, what is it, right? And I was like, something about Claus, Nick Claus Mikaelson, or Klaus Mikaelson, or Klaus Mikaelson, something like that, right? Said his name. I was like, he owes me something, and he's owed me something for a while. So, I want you to let him know that I am here to collect. And they're like, well, why don't you do it? And I just kind of ignored that, right? Like, I don't know at the time, I found out later, why I couldn't tell that to him myself. I was like, okay, I'm clearly one for dramatics. I just, like, to announce my entrance, I slingshotted a cannonball through their house. I was like, I will grant you 3 wishes. No, He said, I will grant you all a wish if you do this for me. Like, if you get if you get him, I think I said Klaus Mikaelson, to give me what he owes, I'll grant you all a wish. And so they're kind of like thinking about it. Elena's like, we're not doing that. Damon's like, oh, wait. Like, I mean, like, this is kind of... Oh, no, before that, he's like, what are you, a genie? And I was like, I am not a genie. No, I don't think I responded. But in my head, I was like, I'm not a genie. And then, you know, Elena's like, we're not going to do it. Damon's like, no, wait, let's think about it a little bit. Stefan's kind of like contemplating, right? And I look into the kitchen and I see somebody, right? And I immediately put on my hand like this. And then I think it did something like this. And immediately a body comes flying into the room, like I summoned this body, right? Or straight out of their kitchen, or on the other side of the kitchen, something like that, right? It's Rebecca. She was like eavesdropping on whatever they were talking about before, and then just happened to eavesdrop on when I came in. And I was like, oh, Rebecca. I know Rebecca, apparently. And I don't think she said anything. And I was like, you know what? You can do it for me, and I'll grant you the wish instead. And so Rebecca was like, basically like, well, I'm down. And so Dave was like, hey, hold up. You came to us first. Like, let us do this. Give us a shot. And I was like, you know what? Since I am so generous, I will make it a competition. I will grant whoever gets it done, whichever team, Rebecca and these people. Because Rebecca's standing, like, from me, Rebecca's standing on my right. Because I walked over, right? Because I walked up to Rebecca. So originally Rebecca was on my left, team was on the right. I walked up to Rebecca and I was like, well, now that you're here, you can do it for me. And I was gonna like walk out of the kitchen or something. I don't know why. I'm like so dramatic. And I walked that way, and that's when Damon turned around. And so now they're like switch positions. Damon and team are over here, and Rebecca's over here. And that's when he was like, well, give us a shot. And I was like, you know what? Whichever group, whichever team gets, does what I ask, gets granted 3 wishes. And I remember I looked at Damon and I was like, now I'm a genie because of the 3 wishes thing, right? And so Rebecca, she speeds off. She's like, I'm out of here. I'm already on it. And so Damon's a little peeved. Because that's also how I remember that there was more than 3 people there, is because they were going to get shorted a wish for their team. And you know how their team's actually bigger than that. So, I'm like walking out of the front door now. I don't know why I decided I was going to go through the front door now. And I turn around and I'm like, you know what? Since I did short you a wish, 1331, I will fix your house for free. As a show of like goodwill or something like that. Snap my fingers, their house is fixed. There's no more hole in the door. Or whatever, right? And I walk over to where, like, I guess Stefan dropped my bowling ball, my cannonball, or put it on a table or something. I pick it up and I take it with me. And I leave. I go through the front door regularly, right? I go to my car, which is like a regular car. I think it was like a dark blue, right? And I'm just like walking to my car, and I can like, I guess sense something's off, right? So I like drop I have a flip phone. I don't know why I have a flip phone. I drop my flip phone, and I was like, oh. I pick it up and I grab something from underneath my car, right? And I throw it into the air. Like, I don't know, I got like a strong pitch. I throw it into the air and I grab the cannonball, one hand, and chuck it at the thing that I just threw. It explodes. Pebbles, broken, whatever cannonballs are made out of, everywhere. And so I ducked, right? And it was a bomb. Clearly, if you didn't put that together, it was a bomb. And I was like, huh, You really should have tried harder. I turn around, and there is a one Cole Mikaelson. And so he's peeved. He's mad. He's like so mad, right? He grabs me by my neck and he like hoists me up. And I'm like not even tripping. Like not at all. And he's like, what do you want with my brother? And I'm like choking, right? So I'm kind of just like, he owes me something, you know, in like a strained voice. He's like, what does he owe you? And I was like, that's between us. And he didn't like that very much. So he's like trying to choke me out, right? He's like angry. He's like mad. And I forgot what I did. I put my hand on his arm. And I don't remember exactly what I did, but he let go and he was like in pain. And I was like, it's not that easy to kill me, Cole Mikaelson. I like said his whole, I don't know why I'm saying full names. Okay, I don't know why, right? I said something like, if it was that easy to kill me, I would have been dead by now. Something like that. Or like, try harder, or something like that. Something very taunting about like his failure to kill me twice now. And so I went over to my passenger side for some reason, and I was still talking to him, like taunting him, right? And I don't know if this is how it is like in the show, but like across from the Salvatore boarding house, like there's like gravel or whatever, and then there's the woods. I haven't seen the show in a moment, so I guess that's why my brain was kind of just like filling in pieces. And 3 arrows come straight out of the woods, try to shoot me in the back. I turn around, catch all 3 of them, one-handed. I'm just like, dang. In the very back of my head, I'm like, dang, I am such I'm like OP right now, like what the heck? And I catch all 3 of them, and I was like, that was really good aim. Like, you actually had a good aim. If you weren't playing for the other team, or if you weren't on the other side, something like that, I'm like, I would have made you would have been a great ally, something like that, right? I'm talking into the woods. I was like, come out here. And nobody moves, nobody says anything. I was like, do I really have to make you come out here? And Jeremy walks out of the woods with a crossbow, and he looks like peeved. He looks at Cole. Cole looks at him. In the very back of my head, I'm like, when were these 2 buddies? Like, I could have sworn in the show, after he found out who he was, Jeremy found out who Cole was, they were not cool no more. So I'm starting to kind of piece together where I am in the show in the very, very back of my head, because I'm like still in character. So in the very, very back of my head, I think I'm in season 3 at some point before. If you haven't seen the show, my bad. Why are you listening to the story? So, because there's spoilers-ish. So Cole gets undaggered in season 3, right? And then he also dies in season 3. I don't know. I would look it up, but it's not that deep. So it's definitely between there. And whatever plot line was going on at the time is no longer going on. Because you know how, like, their mom's trying to kill them, right? She, like, linked them all. She's trying to kill them. That's not happening anymore. That's not happening anymore. Simply because whatever I'm doing is now the plot line. This is the plot point. So, I don't know if it's on pause or what, but Jeremy goes to Cole's side, and I go back over to the hood of my car, and I forgot what I was telling them. Cause Cole's still asking me, like, what do you want with my brother? Like, what did he do? Like, what do you want? Why are you here? And I was like, that's between me and your brother, but if you can pass on the message that I'm here to collect what your brother owes me, then I don't know if I said I'd grant him a wish or something. I just said, like, you should do that or something like that. And thinking about it now, I don't know how he knew that I was in town. I don't know how anybody knew I was in town, because, like, Damon didn't seem shocked. It seemed like Damon knew me the most. Damon didn't seem shocked to see me. He was more like, what the hell are you doing here? You know when, like, Catherine pops up, like, for the 15th time, and he's just like, what are you doing here? You know, like, what do you want? Kind of that same vibe. So I don't think Damon liked me very much, to be honest. I don't know what our past was, but like, and anyway, I take something out of the hood of my car, like out of my engine, and I place it in his hand, and I said something like a little like cute comment. Got in my car, put sunglasses on because I'm dramatic AF, and I said something like farewell for now or something like that, and I just drive off. Right? I drive off, and I don't remember what happens here. But some reason I end up at the Mikaelson household, right? I'm there, and I just walk in. I just walked right in. Elijah is there. Oh no, I think when I was with Cole, like, and Jeremy, I said something about like ask your brother, something like that, right? Elijah's there. I don't like Elijah. Like, me, I don't care about Elijah, but me in this universe didn't like Elijah at all. Elijah is so shocked to see me. He's like, I forgot what name he called me. He did actually call me a name. I forgot what name he called me. I was like, oh, nice to see you, huh? And he like speeds over to me like he's angry, right? Like he's gonna like snap my neck or something. As he's speeding over to me, like we had the same idea. To attack each other, right? I pulled my arm back as he's speeding over to me, like not because he was speeding at me, like this was just something I was gonna do. And I swing, right? I guess I swung, like I have precision on the max. Precision D20 or something. I don't play D&D. I want to. Anyway, so I hit him right in his jaw. And he passes out flat on the ground. And I was like, huh. Like that kind of like, that's the reaction I've had to like, even with like the bowling ball slingshot thing. I'm just like, huh, that worked. I'm like, huh, that worked out. You know, like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. And he's flat. He's passed out. I don't know what I did, but he's passed out, right? So I decided to go through his pockets. I snap a photo. I got his phone. I snap a photo of, and I send it to Klaus. Okay, my video is gonna snap at some point. I sent it to Klaus, and my noodles are getting soggy. So I sent it to Klaus, and I was like, oh, what did I say? It was good. It was something like, you know where to find me, or get me, or give me what, no, it was give me what you owe. Give me what I'm owed. Something like that, right? It was something like villainous, but like taunting, like, I don't know, something like that. And then I was like, you know what? I'm in here. I'm in the house. I might as well just look for it for myself. And I'm like going through these rooms, and I walk into that one room where he has all his paintings. I think that exists, right? In this universe, it does. He's got a bunch of paintings. Like, he's a painter, right? He's got a bunch of paintings. And this is where I start to get some of the lore of myself. And so I'm like looking through all their paintings, and I was like, okay, this is not what I was looking for, but I was gonna close the door because I was kind of just like glancing at it. I was gonna close the door, but something caught my eye, right? One canvas actually caught my eye. One canvas. I pick it up. It's a painting of me. I'm not really shocked to see it. Like me, this reality me wasn't that shocked to see it, but me, I was like, what the heck am I doing here? Like, why am I after Klaus so much? Like, what's going on, right? Oh, I dropped my water. In the very back of my head, I'm like, what the hell is going on? And it's a painting of me, like, smiling and, like, with my hand out, and there's a butterfly. So it's a really nice picture. But, like, what I noticed is that these teeth, my canines are sharp in this, reality. I don't know. Do you remember when I used to wear teeth? I kind of want to start doing that again. Anyway, and, like, the first, like, 4 or 6. The first 6 teeth are painted silver in this photo, like, and it triggered a memory of before my ceremony or something, I was with Klaus, and there was a butterfly, and I was like, oh, like, that's a pretty butterfly, and I put my hand out, like, just like, whatever, right? And then I freaked out because the butterfly got too close to me, and I freaked out because, you know, you ever held a butterfly and you don't like touching bugs? That's like, because it crawls, you're just like, ugh. Like, some people are like that, right? I freaked out, right, in this memory. And the canvas right behind it was a painting of me freaking out, which, like, they're like snapshots of, like, the same moment, like, before and after, you know? And I remember looking at these paintings, and I was like, wow, like, why do you have these in here? Like, why did you paint these? Because, like, our relationship, this is where I started to get more like lore, right? Our relationship wasn't good. Was not good at all. He just owed me something. I still don't know why. I think he promised it to me, and I took that to heart. And then this is where I kind of start getting, like, lots of, like, different knowledge. Not exactly memories, but different knowledge is, like, popping into my head, right? So I'm a magician. I don't know what that means, but I'm not a witch. Like, I got, like, kind of, like, snippets of kind of memories, but not memories of, like, when Damon and Bonnie were asking me, like, so you're a witch? And I was like, I'm a magician. They're like, what does that mean? I'm like, my magic's different. Something like that. Magician magic is different from witch magic, apparently. I don't really understand it, but I am going to write a fan fiction about it. So, let me know if you're interested in that, because I might just write it for myself. Anyway, so then I started to get a really, really sick feeling, like, in my insides. Gross. Like, they're trying to, like, squish themselves into each other. Like, they're trying to implode. And I hear footsteps. And I just know that it's Klaus Mikaelsson. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get out of here. And I wanted to take the paintings with me because I didn't want him to have them. But I needed to figure out how to get out of here, right? The only exit was the door and this tiny window that I barely fit through. So I was like judging it real quick because I could hear the footsteps. They were getting closer, they were getting faster, and they were like regular footsteps. I don't know why he wasn't just speeding around the house. I don't know. And I was like, okay, I'm putting these back. I put them back in the exact order with, like, my freak out and then my pretty one in front. I put them back in the same spot, and I, like, crawl out the window so quick. I hit the ground because I wasn't, like, prepared to crawl out of a window. I hit the ground. I like roll. I get up. I run straight to my car because I feel like I'm gonna die. Right? I feel like I'm gonna die. Like, literally so much pain, and I don't remember feeling the pain, but I remember being like, I am in pain. Like, I am in so much pain right now. And so, if you watched my last video for my script, I think I have a base script, because anytime that I'm like, I've tried randomly shifting or scriptless shifting, I say the base rules for the universe are the same. Which I don't know if my time ratio turned out to be the same. I don't think it did, but I only shifted for 2 hours. I'll do the math later, I guess. Or you could do the math if you want. And, this video is already long. And so, what was I doing? Right, I get in my car and I leave. I'm, like, gone. I'm, like, so much pain, right? And sorry, I'm really hungry. I haven't ate all day. And so, I don't know why. I was at the school. I think Damon called me to the school, and we're in, like, an empty classroom, which apparently happens all the time in this freaking show. And he's like, I got it. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, here. And I get this brooch. Beautiful brooch with like a really pretty gem on it, which I will describe later because that's literally how it happened. And I was like, what is this? He's like, this is what Klaus owes you. And I got so mad. I got so mad, right? Because I was like, this is not what I asked you to do. I was like, I asked you that, no, the deal was that you get Klaus to give me what he owes me, not that you go and steal it and bring it to me. I was real pissed about this. And Damon's like, what does it matter? Like, you got it. I was like, that's not the point. That's not what I asked you. This deal is not fulfilled. And I did something to him. So he was on his knees on the ground. And I'm walking out, right? I'm walking out of the classroom. And in, like, the light of the hallway, and, like, I guess the windows in the hallway, I'm, like, looking at the brooch. And I was like, you know what? This is really, really pretty. It was, like, purple and, like, brown, like a bronze, like the actual gem. It was, like, really, really pretty. And I think it was, like a brass, metal for the metal plate, I guess. But it was, like, decorated, right? Like, it was really nice. And I was like, I know what this is. It's apparently a gem called Rowan. I don't know if that exists. It did in this world. And I had been wanting it for so long. Like, so long. Like, I wanted Rowan. And so I turned to Damon, and I was like, you know what? This is Rowan. You are not as big a disappointment as I thought you were. And I was like, I'll give you another chance. And I walk out. I leave. Damon looks pissed, right? Because I don't know. I now know, but at the moment I didn't know. And I don't remember where I got this information from. But apparently, Damon went to Elijah. It was like, da-da-da's in town. And Elijah's like, I know, she knocked me out. And I don't remember where I got this information from. But Elijah told Damon to give me this, which was the brooch. Because he didn't want Rebecca to have the wishes, I guess. I don't know what Rebecca was doing in this entire time. Like, I don't know what was going on. I don't know where she was. And so Elijah said that this is my weakness, right? That this Rowan stone is my weakness. So that's why Damon gave it to me. Because he thought it would just, like, you know, he thought he could do something. And so he was really shocked when it did nothing. And that is because I wanted Rowan so bad, years and years and years ago, that I started a rumor that Rowan was my weakness. Just so someone could get me a piece of Rowan. And that's literally, like, you know how they were trying to find the moonstone, so they made up, like, a whole thing because they knew werewolves were gonna, like, hunt down the moonstone for them? The same thing, except with Rowan. And that it was my weakness. So everybody who wanted to take me down, obviously they were gonna bring it to me because they were gonna try and make me, like, weak. And nobody could find it, apparently, except for Elijah, who, if you couldn't put together, Elijah does not like me. And I now know why. So that's one of the reasons why he was pissed, aside from me having hurt him, right? I don't remember how this next part happened. Actually, I think I don't exactly remember what happened to get to this part, but I stormed into the Mikaelson. No. I don't remember which part. Okay, there are two parts I have in my head, and I don't remember which came first. I do remember which came first. 34. So I actually went back to my motel that I was staying in. I remember when I was staying in the motel, because I don't like motels. Like, me as I am now, don't like motels. So I remember when we got to the motel, well, I say we, but that was me. I was like, I need to leave here. Like, this is not a good place. I need to go to a hotel. Like, obviously, I don't know where I'm getting this money from, but I was like, I need to go to a hotel. It's more secure. But then I was also, like, fighting with myself in my head, and I was like, but then people are going to ask more questions about what I'm doing there. And I'm like, no. I think it would be better because it'd be harder for people to get in. Vampires, namely. And I was like, whatever, I'll just stay the night, right? I'll just stay my last night. I'll check out tomorrow. I'll go somewhere else. And, like, so I literally am laying on my bed. 35. Wait, I remember. This part did come first. I'm trying to remember. So I'm laying on my bed. I was just looking at the stone. I was just admiring this stone and, like, this brooch. I was like, you were so pretty. I finally got my hands on you. I can't, but, like, I don't even know how Damon got this. I don't know if Klaus had this, because if he did, I don't know why he would, because he knows I made up this rumor, right? And I'm looking at it, and it says, oh, let me try to remember. It says, for my world. Oh, it was so pretty. I forgot. I should have wrote it down. It was something like, for my world. It was like, for my world. May we never part, or maybe may we stay in each other's hearts, or you will, no, it was something, may your heart never be black. Something like that. For my world, may your heart never be black. Something like that. I remember it was something about a black heart, and it was like pertaining to, like, not exactly mine, but like pertaining to the person who gets it, right? And I was looking at that, and I was like, whoa, wait a moment. If Klaus had this, and I didn't even get to finish the thought, right? There's a knock on my door. And I was like, so I get up, and I'm like, I shouldn't answer this door. But I kind of want to know who it is. So I opened the door. It's Stefan. And I was like, what are you doing here? How did you find me? Actually, that's what I want to know first. He didn't tell me. And he's like, we need more time. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, Rebecca said that tomorrow's the last day to get it to you. Why? Like, why would she? Because I said something about, like, there isn't a time limit. And he's like, Rebecca said that tomorrow's the last day that we can give it to you. Like, tomorrow's the last day. And I was like, right. She did say that, probably, actually. And he's like, why? And I was like, because tomorrow's my birthday. Either tomorrow was my birthday or the next day was my birthday. And he's like, what does that even mean? I was like, don't worry about it. Like, it's the last day. She's right, actually. I forgot about that. Which is kind of funny that Rebecca remembered my birthday, even though I don't think I've spoken to her in years. But I guess we were kind of cool when we did talk to each other. And my noodles are going to get so soggy and I'm going to hate it, but, like, I'm talking too much. And so... And so then, Simon was like, but we need more time. I'm like, you can't have more time. You either get it to me tomorrow or you don't. Like, it's whatever. Because at this point, I was kind of just like, whatever about it. You know, I had gotten Rowan, which I had wanted, and I was like, whatever. If I don't get what Klaus owes me, then, like, whatever. It's whatever. This is also the point where I discovered more lore about myself and my species, I guess, the magicians. Which I'll explain later. And Stefan leaves, right? I looking at the brooch, and I'm just like, I don't even want to think about this anymore. And I put it on the side of my bed, and I go to sleep. I wake up in the morning, I, like, shower, and I'm like, happy birthday to you! I think it was my birthday that day. I think it was that day. There's another, I'm, like, doing, like, my, like, eyeshadow, right? And there's another knock at the door, and I was like, why do people keep finding me? Like, I've been here for so long. How did these people just suddenly find me? I don't know how long I was there. I was probably there for a week, like, in that motel room. And I open it, and I think it was Elena, and I don't like Elena. Like, me, I don't like Elena. Me in that world, don't like Elena either. And Elena doesn't like me. And I was like, what are you doing here? What do you want? What are you doing here? Whatever you want, I don't care. Go away. And she said something, and I forgot what it was. But she came in. I ended up like letting her in, right? She's sitting on my bed, and I'm like in the mirror, like finishing my eyeshadow, right? And she says something about, oh, she was asking me like, why is this so important to you? And I was like, because it is. She's like, well, Klaus doesn't even know you. And I was like, what are you even talking about? She's like, Klaus said he has no idea who you are. I got pissed. I got so mad. Or like so mad that I like moved my hand and like smeared. Or not smeared, but marked. I was like, he said what? I literally looked out of the mirror at her. I was like, he said what? She like a little scared then, and she's like, he said that he doesn't know who you are, that he has no idea who you are or what it is that he owes you. And I was like, get out. And Elena's like what? And I was like, get out before I do something I'm not gonna want to do. I don't want to actually think about later. And so she like skedaddles out of there, and I go back into the mirror, I fix my eyeshadow, I'm like pissed. I'm like, you know what? Today's my last day. I'm gonna go see this dude. So I do. I drive all the way over to the Mikaelsons house. I don't know how I know where this place is. Drive all the way over there, and I like bust in through the door. I'm pissed off. And who's there in the foyer? Nobody. Nobody's there. And I was like, Klaus Mikaelson, Klaus Mikaelsson, you get out of here right now. I know you're here. And I know he's there because I'm in a lot of pain. Like, my innards are, like, squishing. And, oh, no. I remember what happened. Okay, so before I got there, I knew I was going to be in a lot of pain, right? So I took a bunch of painkillers. Like, a bunch of painkillers. Not recommended. Don't do that. Because I knew I was going to be in pain. I knew they were going to need time to kick in, right? So on my drive over there, I think in my motel room, I took a bunch of painkillers. Why did I have a bunch of painkillers? Don't know. And I went over there. And so I was like, I don't know how I knew he was in there. Actually, now that I think about it. I think I was still in pain, but it wasn't like as much pain before like the painkillers really kicked in, and then I was like numb. I was like numb to everything. And he comes up from like the second floor. He's like standing at the top of the stairs, and he's like, who are you? Like, what are you doing in my house? Why do I keep hearing your name? Why do you say I owe you something? And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? How dare you say you don't know me? I was pissed, right? And so I can see a look of like realization on his face. Like, he's like squinting at me, but he's like, I was like, you see, you know me. He's like, no, I don't know you, but you keep appearing in my dreams. Like, I have these memories of you that don't exist. And I was like, what? I was like, hold up, what are you talking about? I was like, you have whole paintings of me in your fucking painting room. And he was like, yeah, but that's because that memory didn't want to leave my head. I have more. And I was like, what are we talking about right now? What is going on? And he comes down the stairs, right? And I'm like confused. At first I was angry, but now I'm like confused. I was like, what do you mean you don't know who I am? Like, what are you talking about? And I forgot what happened, but we put together that Elijah is the reason he doesn't know who I am. And so I was like, you know what? This is too much. You know, it doesn't even matter anymore. You know what? I'm gonna drop it. I'm headed to my car, right? And he's chasing after me. He's like, wait, hold on. Like, who are you? Like, how do you know me? How are we supposed to know each other? What is it that I owe you? Like, what is going on, right? Because he's pretty peeved that somebody messed with his memories. Two, okay, wait, I don't think we found out it was Elijah yet. I think I found out it was Elijah in my head, like, because of prior knowledge. But he didn't know that. And I was just like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this anymore. I've been dealing with this for far too long, and I'll need to come here. No, I said something. I was like, you know what? I was angry instead of more like how I was right now. I was like, I'll find out later. I was pretty pissed. And he was like, I don't know what's going on. I was like, you know what? I've been thinking about this. I've been trying to get this. I've been thinking about you for years, for far too long, and you don't even know who I am. I was like, I was so mad at you for years, and you don't even know who I am. And I was like, pissed. I was like, no, what? You know what? I'm leaving. I'm leaving before I blow up your house. And so that's when I went to my car, and he was saying something to me, and I kind of like, right? I cough up blood. All on him, all on my hand, and I was just like, ugh. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Something like that. I get in my car, and I'm about to drive off, right? He gets in front of my car, and I'm like, dude, you need to move right now. Like, you need to move right now. And he's like, no, tell me. I was like, if you don't move right now, I'm running you over. Like, that is happening. And I guess he moved. And I left. I didn't make it very far though, because I passed out. I don't remember what happened to my car. I don't know if I got in a car accident. I don't know if the car just stopped. I passed out from my insides imploding, and I wake up in Damon's room in the Salvatore boarding house. And he basically tells me what the heck is going on. Like, he asked me, like, what the heck is going on? Why are you bleeding everywhere? Why are your insides, like, mush? Like, what the heck? And I was like, let me tell you, right? So this is where, I don't remember exactly where I got all of this information from, but here's what happened, right? I was close with Klaus, and Elijah didn't like that or something. Something had happened. Elijah didn't like me. So, something had happened, and he got a witch or something, I don't know, to put basically, like, what is it called? A restraining order, but magically, on me and Klaus. So, I couldn't get within, like, a certain distance of Klaus without my insides being crushed, you know, right? So it's a slow process, right? And the longer I was, so that's why I took the painkillers, because I knew I was going towards him. I knew I was going to be in a lot of pain. But the painkillers numbed me so much that I didn't realize my insides had, like, turned to mush. I think I have healing abilities of some sort, because I didn't die. And basically, that was Elijah's way of being like, okay, she'll never get near him again. And he did something, or a witch, or him and a witch, did something to Klaus's brain that he didn't remember who I was. And since I knew I couldn't get close to him, I wasn't going to get close to him. That was the idea. And that is why, in the very beginning of this story, I went to the group, and I was like, you can pass on the message for me. Other reason why is because if Klaus decides that he wants to see me, and does see me, like, he goes to see me, for this, it's, like, very strict, right? Because I was thinking about it. I was like, why didn't the car, like, when he went in front of my car and looked at me, why didn't that break it? Well, because he has to desire to see me. When he went in front of my car, he desired to get information. It wasn't to see me, you know? So, that's the way to break the curse. And that's why Klaus doesn't remember me, so that he doesn't break the curse. Or not the curse, it's not a curse, the contract. I'll call it a contract. And these noodles are so soggy, and it's my fault. Anyway, I'm almost done. And so he tells him, like, so I think Elijah came clean or something like that, because I put this together, right? And that's what I was telling Damon. And I don't think I ended up seeing Klaus afterward. I think I actually kind of like either fell asleep or like woke up. But basically, I was in the boarding house. I told Damon that. And so he also asked me why was today the last day to get you the thing. Here's the magician lore that I bet you're probably wondering about. So, I'm 21 in this reality, right? But damn, I forgot the ratio, but I think it's every, let me look this up, right? Because I don't age like regular people. Like, magicians don't age like every year. That's like a year, you know, another year. Like, you're 16 or whatever because you live 16 years on this life. Okay, I don't remember. But, wait, let me pull my calculator. Sorry. It's because it's gonna bother me that I don't know what this is. It was something like it was either every 8 years or every 28 years I actually age a year, like a magician year. So I know that I did the math, and I was over 500. I was like 588. Yeah, it's every 28 years. There we go. I just did the math. So, I'm technically 21, by magician years, but I'm like way older, in regular human years. So, that's why I knew Klaus for so long. But it's every, it's because when you turn 28, that's your solar return, I believe, in astrology or whatever. I couldn't find anything that said that, but I heard that somewhere, and I know it to be true. So, so then so for magicians, you are allowed to, like, obsess over something for exactly 28 years, right? Like, say you really want to get, like, or a person. It was something like that. It was some sort of rule, like a magician rule, that I was breaking because I had obsessed over him for like nearly 60 years, which was 2. It was either 2 or 3 cycles is how long I was doing it. And so since it was my birthday, that was the absolute last day I could obsess about this, because I could only do it so much before I got caught. I don't know how I was going to get caught, but that's basically how it worked. And I don't know when I met him. I don't remember anything past that time. And so that's, like, we were friends. Like, we were close. I don't know how close, but we were, like, close enough that he was there at my ceremony, and I was hanging out with him. It was just me and him hanging out with him before my ceremony. I don't know what the ceremony was for. It was like a graduation or something. I don't know. And that's the lore, and that's my shifting experience. That time, so the way that I am is if I am, like, in between sleep, like falling asleep and being awake, I can think of so many different things, and that's also when I get messages of like different visions and stuff, right? That's it. That's when I was assuming I shifted. You know how some people shift while they're meditating? I think that's what happened to me, and I think that's probably the method that will work for me, because I have fallen asleep many times doing all of these shifting methods, right? And I'm someone who remembers my dreams, but I would wake up not remembering my dreams. And I always felt like something had happened, like some time had passed, and I would be exhausted when I woke up. Those are my only like 2 like indicators that I had been shifting. I just really didn't remember it. Which is plausible. That's how my brain works. So that was my shifting experience. Somebody asked for it. I can't remember who. It was a while ago. Here's the video. I probably will try to shift again, but I don't really know what to do, because I'm kind of like in this story right now, and I'm a writer. you know, I'm a writer, so I probably will just make a fan fiction of this story, and when I run out of, like, when I get to where I am, I'll probably try shifting again to finish the story, I guess. I don't know. If you're interested in that, if it's been uploaded, I'll probably upload it on Wattpad. Go ahead, leave all your Wattpad hate, but that's probably where I'll put it. It should be linked if it's been uploaded. If it hasn't been uploaded, feel free to ask for it. Yeah, that's all I've got. That's all I had. Thank you for your time. And I don't remember my outro, but we're gonna make a new one right now. It says thank you for your time, and I will see you in the next video, I guess. Or you will see me in the next video, because I won't see you.